Now, as we continue to follow those three major wildfires that are raging out of control in our area, if you yourself find your place in a wildfire area, there is some important information you need to know when it comes to your own home insurance.
That's right. The I-Team has been staying on top of this for you. Investigative reporter Lolita Lopez is here with all of those details.
Yeah, it's already a difficult time for so many people out there. Already a tense time for home and business owners who we've reported are being dropped by their insurance carriers by the tens of thousands. That's because companies are concerned with large losses in events like these large wildfires. But at this point, a state of emergency has been issued for the line fire in San Bernardino County, and that has triggered some strict rules in California when it comes to your insurance.
We did just get an order to leave, so we're packing up and leaving soon.
NBC4 in our communities with neighbors as the line fire in San Bernardino County forced many to leave their homes.
You know, loading pictures and important papers, getting the trailer ready.
Emotions mounting because of the unknown.
Honestly, the hardest part has just been we're blind. We can't. I've been calling around all afternoon trying to get an answer. Is my house still there?
The state's Department of Insurance says one thing that should not be a worry for homeowners is the possible loss of their insurance. State law requires a mandatory one-year moratorium on insurance companies canceling or non-renewing residential insurance policies in certain neighborhoods after the governor has declared a state of emergency. Insurance broker Karl Susman says it works like this.
As soon as CAL FIRE establishes a perimeter, then what the Department of Insurance will normally do is they will put a lock in place, meaning that the insurance carriers will not be able to non-renew properties that are in that area for at least a year.
The one-year protection when a state of emergency has been declared applies to residential policyholders within the areas who suffered less than a total loss or even no loss at all. The Department of Insurance also says those homeowners with total loss have additional protections under the law. Home insurance policies could cover other costs too.
For example, if you've evacuated and you've been displaced and you're paying for hotels and groceries out and that kind of thing, is that something your insurance could cover?
It depends on the insurance policy, and it also depends if there's been a state of emergency. It depends on if the evacuation order is mandatory or not. There are a lot of factors that are in there. It's always a good idea, if you're in the position of having to evacuate, to contact your insurance carrier and find out what coverage you might be eligible to get for that. When there's a fire, an active fire going on like it is right now, carriers are not able to make changes to your policy. So you can't call them and say, you know what, I think I should have more coverage today. That's not going to happen, right? So the best thing that you can do is get a copy of your policy. You can usually call your agent or broker, or you can call the insurance carrier directly. They can email you a PDF copy of your policy and have it on hand. Ask your broker if you have questions. Ask them straight out. Say, can I find out right now what this policy is going to do for me in the event that it is a mandatory evacuation? What's going to happen with that? Because every policy is going to have some different language when it comes to that.
Yeah, and another thing worth mentioning, new regulations we first told you about earlier this summer that would mandate insurance companies to offer policies in certain high-risk and underserved communities. Well, Susman says these rules are expected to go into effect later this year and would apply to areas of distress, perhaps where we are seeing those wildfires right now. But mind you, he also says that your premium will reflect that, so you might pay a higher cost, but perhaps you will have more options.